So my name is Lawrence Dallaglio. I'm a 52-year-old former rugby union player for Wasps, for England, and for the British and Irish Lions. I don't know. I'm half Italian and half Irish, which makes me a very dangerous Englishman, I think. And I played rugby union for the national team from 1995 until 2008, winning 85 caps for England, and I was lucky enough to win the World Cup at both sevens in 1993 and also at 15s in 2003. But I'm here in Kenya, invited by the Rugby Patrons Society for the first time. This is a very prestigious, dinner celebration, and I'm honoured to be invited as the guest speaker to my first trip to Kenya. But I obviously played football in England growing up. We all wanted to be a football player, and then I thought I was quite good at football, and then I played against someone who was very good, and then I realised that I wasn't very good at football. And if you can catch, you play rugby, and if you can't catch, then they put you in a boat and they make you row. So I told Steve Redgrave that, actually, when our sons were playing against each other at rugby. But no, I started playing rugby from the age of 8, but I started to enjoy it from the age of about 16, when my height grew over the summer from 5'8" to 6'4". Rugby started to become a bit more interesting and a bit more fun. I was an amateur rugby player, so I never really, I never really saw it as a career. My kind of why I played rugby was probably in 1989. I very tragically lost my sister Francesca in a riverboat accident, and really that changed the course of my life, because for the next year or so I was really struggling. I was going in a very different direction, and I decided that I needed to do something to change the course of my life. So I joined a rugby club. I opened the newspaper, and I went to Wasps, and I needed a family. I needed a sense of belonging, a community, and rugby provided me a purpose, really. And so my motivation when I played rugby was to honour the memory of my sister Francesca, and that was the kind of real driving force behind the reason why I played rugby. Well, I've been very lucky in my rugby career from the age of 18 through to 35. I guess we won 22 major trophies in that time, but I would say obviously the World Cup in 2003, managing to win the Rugby World Cup in Australia was a big moment, but also playing for the British and Irish Lions in South Africa in a successful winning Lion series, and beating the world champion South Africa in their own backyard is probably up there with the very best. I think probably any rugby player would tell you when you pick up some injuries. Unfortunately, I'm on first name terms with most of the surgeons in the United Kingdom. So I think when I damaged my knee in 2001, I snapped my cruciate ligament, and I had a difficult 9 months. But I think, listen, you learn to be resilient. You learn to appreciate the small things in life, and sometimes life away from the rugby field can make you a much better and more improved player when you come back. No, it's my first time in Kenya. I'm very excited, very honoured to be here. Obviously, coming from London, I'm a city boy, so I'm in the city at the moment, but I'm excited to be here. My experience of Africa has only ever been in South Africa, as we know, South Africa is South Africa, but Kenya is real Africa, isn't it? Really. So I'm excited to be here, to experience, to be speaking at the Patrons Dinner, and then also to travel around Kenya and spend some time down at Malindi, down by the coast, and then obviously to go up to the Mara and enjoy the safari. So I think I'm due for a very eventful, very exciting 10 days, and it's great to be here. And I know that by the time I leave, I want to come back again very, very soon. Well, I know that the Kenyan Rugby Union have been working very hard over the last few years. I know that as a admirer and a fan of seven-a-side rugby, I know that the Kenyan team is a very strong team. It's won some tournaments in the World Sevens series. So yes, I do know that. Obviously, the 15-a-side game is much harder to to create stability and success. But and I'm very much aware that the Kenyan people love their rugby, and I'm sure the rugby world very much love having Kenya as part of the family. Don't miss too many meals, because if you want to play rugby, you need to be strong. No, I think, listen, for me, it's about working hard, but also enjoying the rugby. I never played rugby to be a professional rugby player. Sometimes it can be quite serious. So for me, it's about going out and enjoying yourself and expressing yourself, and remembering that we have a great saying in rugby that none of us is as good as all of us. So it is very much a team game. It's about looking after your teammates and taking care of each other on and off the field. I'm looking forward to every single day of my visit here, because every day will be a new experience for me for the first time in Kenya. I can't wait to go down to the coast. I can't wait to be at the patrons' dinner and meet some wonderful people. And then I'm very excited about going up to the reservation and seeing some of the incredible wildlife. So I think I've got, I don't know, what do they say in cards? A royal flush. Yeah, well, I know that the rugby patrons are obviously supporting grassroots rugby and helping young disadvantaged people. This is a cause that is very close to my heart, because when I retired from rugby, I set up my own charity, Dalalio Rugby Works, and I have a similar programme in the UK and Wales where I look after young people that come from some of the most disadvantaged backgrounds. And what I would say is that no young people are born bad, or, they're just born into different situations and chaos. And really, I always say to people, if I was 14 or 15, would I want someone to come and help me to make a better life for myself? And the answer is, of course I would. So it's a great opportunity to combine something that I'm passionate about, clearly, with the rugby patrons who are passionate too. So that is a part of my trip that I'm really looking forward to.
Lawrence Dalalio, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes. There we go.